All right, glad y'all are back. Today is Jimmy Red Day. So we're gonna get this thing rigged up and get to planting. As usual, we're running out of time, but I think we can get her done. So let me grab the hopper and the seed. Y'all remember, we use a C8 plate. And then let me take this old plate out. C2X16, that's what we put the bodacious in with. Pretty simple. If you get it turned the right way, it tells you away from the seed on this side. Just stick it in there. You got to push back on this, it's spring loaded. You're good to go. This you kind of put on sideways and then it turns in a little bit. Tighten down your wing nut till it's secure. Sometimes you have to spin this just a little bit to get the plate lined up, but we engaged luckily. This lid's spring loaded, so it'll stay on there. I'm just gonna pour all this in there. Probably won't use but a little bit of it, but that's all right too. So grab some fertilizer. I'll fill this up to about right there. I'm using triple 13 that I got at the feed store. All right, so I'm up to about right there. I think that'll do it. Put this stuff up. All right, so my fertilizer is on about 17. That worked out good the last time, so I'm gonna leave that there. We've tested this plate. It's dropping seeds pretty good. And then I'm seeing where corn's coming up and they're spaced just about right. I was afraid I was gonna need a 24 cell plate, but these 16s are working good. But I'm thinking about maybe getting some 24s and then plugging half of them off. That'd give me a 12 cell. But we'll see. That'll give a little more spacing than what I have now. They seem close, but we'll see how this goes first before I mess with any of that stuff. So we'll get this thing fired up and then we'll head over to where we're gonna plant our Jimmy Red. It looks like, wait a minute, wait, what we got here? I'm looking over here and I'm seeing 2 hives. Remember yesterday there was just 1. What the heck? No, Cody told me he was gonna split them off. There's a really strong hive. It's the only one we got. You get down to 1 hive and you take a chance of not having any hives, so. He's also ordered a nuke, which is 5 frames. It'll probably have 3 frames of brood and a couple of frames of honey and get you started. But it takes a while to build out because we don't have any drawn comb. Wax moths have ate everything as usual. So anyway, we'll go buy that hive and then we'll get to planting. So let's rock and roll. All right, so let's fire this sewing machine up and see what we can come up with. Sound like my battery's a little weak. But she's a-charging, she'll probably be all right. Yeah, we got a little cooler weather than we've been having, but main thing we need is some rain, but we're supposed to have rain, I think Thursday, what's today? Today's Tuesday, and then over the weekend, I think Saturday or Sunday. But anyhow, let's look at this right here. Looks like he's got them stirred up. He got his old branch in the front, but yep. Hopefully them will take. So he said there were some queen cells in there. If not, they'll probably make one. One hive has a queen, obviously another doesn't. I can't remember the turnaround. It seemed like 16 days or something to make a queen. But if you got lucky and got the queen in the cells in one and the queen in the other one, then it'll be a little quicker than that. Anyhow, we got to get to planting corn because that sun's about gone. I was gonna take these back feet off where I can see my rows better, but ain't got time to mess with it. This is a little rough, but we gotta get it in the ground. I'm gonna just start right there and cross my fingers. This time I'm gonna try to get it a little bit straighter. Put her in first gear and let's rock. Yeah, there's a lot of trash in here. This may not turn out well. Well, look like we'll get about 3 or 4 rows in here maybe. This ground's a lot drier, so we'll get down here and see if our fertilizer side dressers working for us. Oh yeah, it's still spitting it out there. Yeah, Crooked Man's still there, but I think it'd be alright. I can straighten her up just a little. Trying to keep an eye on this fertilizer. Make sure it's kicking out like it's supposed to, but let's get row 2 in. Took out a tree right there, so I don't know. Might get hung up on some of them roots. Try to stop and clean it out. I didn't row anything up on this one, so we're gonna see what happens. Glad to see there's a little bit of moisture in there. Maybe with this rain coming up, it'll do all right. All right, row number 3, here we go. feeling real confident. I think I should have made me some rows up. I think would have helped a lot. But we're gonna learn and see. Thinking the extra time that it would have been well worth it. I just had my disc healers on there and took them off, put this planter on. But I was running short the other day, so I took a shortcut. We'll see. I think it'll be all right. This ground's really, really loose. I don't know if that packer wheel's getting a good pack on it. I'll be gone here in about 3 weeks to Japan for 2 solid weeks, so I want to make sure I get all this in before I get gone. And hope I don't come back to a grass bed, but if I do, I do. Oh dang. I done run out of fertilizer. Look at that. Okay, we're going to stop a minute and fill this bad boy up. Like we still got some seeds, so we're good there, but let me grab some fertilizer. Okay, so that fertilizer ran out really quick compared to what was going on the other day. And I couldn't figure out exactly why. Something a little different. So this here is a little more granular compared to, this is what I put out the other day. Or actually, no, it ain't. That's the same stuff. But that other, it was more pelletized. Most everything in it was like bigger chunks like that. So I'm gonna come over here and let's adjust that gate down. Because it's putting out more than the other. We're gonna put this down to about right on 15. Maybe a hair up. Let's see. Yeah, we'll call that 15. That should slow it down just a little bit and probably get the right amount, because we've done went through quite a bit on just this little bit we've done. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll pour the rest of what we got in here and see if that don't finish us up. So we'll get, I don't know if you can see my little tube here is not wanting to stay in there, so I'm gonna have to refinagle this thing. My sealing wire trick is gonna have to go down here lower. Come up with some kind of clamp for that, but this should hold it now in there. Get that tight enough. Good old sealing wire. That's for suspended sealants. But yeah, that got it in there now. A little bit of dirt out of there, not much. Up in that knife. Okay. Look like everything else is cleaned off and in where it's supposed to go. Let's put a couple more rows in. I'm gonna close that off some more. That thing is still dumping the mess out of it. Bring it down here halfway between 15 and 10. Might be the right amount, but I don't know. All right, so that's gonna be a wrap for tonight. The sun is going down quickly. We got our Jimmy Red in, bodacious. I got some sweet potatoes coming in. And let's see what else. I got to get my tomatoes in down here on this other garden. And I think that's pretty much everything we got to put in. So when I get the sweet potatoes in, they're supposed to be, they shipped them on the 20th. So they should be here in a couple days. And once they get here, then if they get here in a couple days, we'll plant the tomatoes, because that'll be in between rains. I think that'll probably work pretty good. And then I got a few pepper plants. I'll probably have to go buy a couple because my seeds didn't germinate very well for some reason. But anyhow, that's all we're going to do for tonight. So I appreciate y'all tuning into my channel and seeing what we got going here, and hope we're learning something together. I definitely am. Maybe when we get through, we'll all be experts. But anyhow, thank you for watching. Hit the notification button, and the next video I'll have should be coming out pretty soon, here in a day or two. So we'll catch y'all next one. Thank y'all, and y'all have a good evening. God bless, and we'll see y'all on the next video.